Good morning, students. Today we are starting our next topics or the last topic related to the lanthanoids, the chemical properties of lanthanoids. As we taught you about previously about the chemical properties of lanthanoids, due to the less oxidation state, they have tendency to form a less complex compounds. Okay, but if you are going to comparing the chemical properties of lanthanoid with S block, so the few chemicals or few lanthanoid is behaving like a calcium. Calcium means they have tendency to easily donate its electron and they are highly reactive. Which few lanthanoids? The starting five, okay, behaving like a calciums. Behaving like calciums. And when we are moving from left to right, the size of the lanthanoid is generally decreasing. And when the size is decreasing, they have tendency to lose their electron is very less, so they behaving like to be a aluminium. The few lanthanoid is behaving like aluminium. So those who starting lanthanoid is behaving like the calciums are highly reactive in nature. They easily participating in reaction. But what happened after that? After the few 3 and 4 lanthanoids, the other lanthanoids are coming due to the contractions. They behaving like aluminium, and the size of calcium is bigger comparison to the size of aluminium. So those lanthanoid having a size like aluminium, they not behaving like a good reactive in nature. And those lanthanoids having the biggest in their size, they behaving like a calcium. They easily donating electrons and participating in chemical reactions. So on the behalf of the natures of S block element, those who are highly reactive in natures, they giving you lots of reactions. The reactions of these compounds to be like this. I'm showing you the reactions. See the chemical properties. The all lanthanoids giving you a single kind of reactions. We have a lanthanoids. Okay, that's a lanthanoids. So when the lanthanoid is going to react with the sulfur, okay, so sulfur, we are heating the sulfur with lanthanoids, and the valency of lanthanoid is +3 and sulfur is -2. This cross here is giving you Ln2S3. All the lanthanoids. And the same way, if you are going to treat with oxygen, okay, and they giving you a lanthanum oxide, Ln2O or LNO, such type of compounds is also given. And when you are heating your lanthanum with nitrogen, the valency of nitrogen is -3, Ln is +3. So they giving you Ln3 and okay. And when you are going to treat with compound with the halogens, X2, chlorine, bromine, iodine. So lanthanum valency is +3 and halogen -1, so they giving you LnX3. And this one is very important, sulfur one. And the last one, when they react with the carbon at 2247 Kelvin temperature. So they giving you a different carbide. Okay. So its formula is Ln2C, Ln3C2, and the next one is LnC3. So this one is the chemical properties of the lanthanides when they react with sulfur, oxygen, nitrogen, halogen as well as the carbon. So they giving you different types of these compounds. So these are the chemical properties of lanthanoids, and the lanthanoids oxides are generally basic in nature. Okay. So these are the few chemical properties of the lanthanoids. Then we are going to moving towards its uses. See guys, what is the use of the lanthanoids? The lanthanoids are basic compounds. Few lanthanums are acidic compounds. So its first use is this. Here we are working as the first use is they using as an alloy. Alloy of lanthanums generally is known as the mixed metals, or mixed metals we say, or we say mixed alloys. What is the meaning of the mixed alloy? When the lanthanums here, the lanthanoids part is 90% mixture of the mixed alloys is a mixture of lanthanoids, in which lanthanoid having 90%, lanthanums contain made up generally here is 50%, cerium having a 40% parts, and we are mixing here 5% iron, 5% iron, and sulfur, carbon, aluminium, calcium, they are traceable. So this mixture is known as the mixed metals, and they helpful to make a powerful और हाईली स्ट्रेंथेबल स्टील। तो स्टील बनाने में इसका यूज किया जाता है। Generally, the lanthanoids is not available in their native state or a free state. They generally forming their compounds. They are available in their compound form because they are reactive in nature. So when they react with any compounds, they are known as the mixed metals or mixed alloy. Alloy is a mixture of the different kinds of elements in which, if you are talking about the mixed metals, so it is made up of 90% lanthanoids, in which the 50% lanthanum and cerium is 40%. Iron is 5% and sulfur, carbon, aluminium, calcium is traceable, a minimum amount. So such mixture is known as the mixed metals or mixed alloys of lanthanum. Okay, and this mixture is useful to make a powerful steel. This steel is highly strengthable. Okay, so that is known as the mixed metals or mixed alloy. The another example of the mixed alloy is the mixed alloy of magnesium. The mixed alloys of this magnesium is known as a pyrophoric compounds or pyrophoric alloys. What is the pyrophoric alloys? The pyrophoric alloys is a kind of mixed metals in which the magnesium is available in 97% and the lanthanum is available in 3%. So this mixture is known as the pyrophoric alloy. What is the meaning of the pyro? Pyro means light, phoric means produce. So such kind of alloys of lanthanum or magnesium in which lanthanum is available, they producing light. When these alloys are strike on a solid surface, they just creating a flint or fire. So that's why they are known as the pyrophoric alloys. The next thing, these pyrophoric alloys are generally using in bullets, okay, or producing in fire springs. So these are the another alloys of lanthanum in which lanthanum available in 3% and magnesium available in 97%. In the previous one iron is available, in the present one is magnesium is available, is known as the pyrophoric alloys. So these are some alloys of this lanthanum. The another use of lanthanum is lanthanum oxide. You know the lanthanum oxides are basic in nature, but lanthanum oxides Ln2O and other formula Ln2O3 is also there. The lanthanum oxide is generally using as a phosphorescence. What is the meaning of the phosphorescence? When we applying a lanthanide layer paste, okay, lanthanide layer on the surface of any substance and we passing a light. This light is striking on the surface of lanthanum oxide and generating what? Colors. So due to the generations of this color is known as a phosphorescence. So when we are passing a light on the paste of lanthanum oxide and they generating a color, producing a beautiful color, that phenomenon is known as a phosphorescence. That phenomenon is always happen inside our TV. Okay, so the TV giving you different types of colors. So the lanthanoid oxide compounds are generally using to create a different kinds of color or phosphorescence inside your television. So that's why they are using in television industries also. Okay. Next one, the lanthanums also using for the preparations of glass. These glass is known as a Krug's glass. What is the meaning of the Krug glass? The Krug glass is a kinds of a highly sensitive glasses for ultraviolet rays. ये जो glasses होते हैं ये आपको UV rays से protect करते हैं. When you are just going to see the solar eclipse, as well as when you are just going outside in that area, sunny areas, so that what happened? You are wearing certain kind of glasses, and the door of certain car is made up of some UV protective glasses. That glasses is known as a Krug glasses. It is made up of the lanthanoids. ये किससे बनेगा आपका lanthanoid से form होता है. So lanthanoid is also helping to make a Krug glass is using to protect themselves from the ultraviolet rays. That is another use of the lanthanoids. Okay. So these are certain uses of the lanthanoids. The another use is also have the lanthanum is using for the preparations of laser. The next one is laser fluid or fluid laser. FLUID. Fluid lasers बनाने में इनका use किया जाता है. And this laser is more powerful. Its intensity is very high. You know about the laser. So it is made up of neodymiums as well as the selenium. They are oxo halides. इनके ऑक्सो हैलाइड्स के मिक्सचर्स को मिलाकर क्या बनाया जाता है, फ्लूइड लेजर, एंड its intensity is very high. So these are certain uses and important uses of the lanthanoid. So guys, your lanthanoid is completed. Then we are going to work on our actinoids. Okay, अब हम अपना थोड़ी actinoid start करते हैं. See, in case of the actinoids, we starting from its actinoids. I'm giving you general introductions of actinoids. Actinoids, its starting its classifications 5F 1 to 14, and the next one is 6D 0 to 1 and 7S. That is a general electronic configurations of actinoids. I'm giving you some information. The actinoid is very sensitive comparison to this lanthanoids. The first difference is the actinoids are highly reactive complexes, but lanthanoids are less reactive complexes, complex tendency to form. The actinoids are radioactive in nature. Okay, they are highly radioactive, that's why their study is very complex. But lanthanoids are not radioactive elements, so we are able to easily study about the lanthanoids. In case of the lanthanoids, there is, वहाँ पे आपका क्या था, there was a 4F and 6D. So there, in case of the lanthanoid, the 4F electron is not easily transferred into the 6D because they have vast energy gap in between them. But what happened in case of the actinoids? In case of the actinoids, there is 4F, so here is a 5F. So here the orbital is expanding. यहाँ पे orbital expand हो जाते हैं. So the energy gap between the 5F and 6D is very less. अगर इन दोनों के बीच का energy gap कम है, so the electrons are easily transforming from F to D. तब अब यहाँ पे क्या होगा, energy band gap कम होने के कारण F के जो electrons होंगे वो कहाँ ट्रांसफर हो जाएंगे, D में. So यहाँ कैसा ट्रांजिशन देखने को मिलेगा, F to D transition. If certain type of transition is occurring in case of the actinoids, so they producing different types of colors. और colors किस पे डिपेंड करते हैं, unpaired इलेक्ट्रॉन पे. और unpaired इलेक्ट्रॉन कब होगा, जब आपका ऑक्सीडेशन स्टेट क्या होगी, हाई. So here oxidation state is also high. यहाँ पे ऑक्सीडेशन स्टेट बहुत ज्यादा देखने को मिलेंगी, लाइक टू गेट ट्रांजिशन मेटल. जबकि लैंथेनॉइड्स में क्या था, इन केस ऑफ द लैंथेनॉइड्स द F to D transition is not take place because the biggest energy gap. So that's why in case of lanthanoids they are showing a less oxidation state, +3, +4, +2. But here the easily transforming of electron from F to D orbitals. So here they are showing more transition state, +2, +3, +4, +5, +6 as well as +7. So here the easily transition is take place, and due to the availability of more number of unpaired electron, their complex formation tendency is also very high. तो इनकी कॉम्प्लेक्स बनाने की भी टेंडेंसी क्या हो जाती है, बहुत ज्यादा हो जाती है. ये लैंथेनॉइड के कंपैरिजन में बहुत ज्यादा कलर आपका कॉम्प्लेक्स कंपाउंड बनाते हैं. Another one, the lanthanoid compounds are colorless because they have less number of unpaired electron. But actinoids compound having more unpaired electron due to F to D transitions. That's why they producing or imparting more color. They are more colorful compounds, okay, and they showing more oxidation state. The another thing is related to that actinoids. They are highly radioactive in nature. Radioactive in nature means ये जैसे ही environment में बनते हैं वैसे ही टूट जाते हैं. Their half life is 1 hour or 3 minutes. In between 1 hour and 3 minutes they losing their appearance. ये अपनी appearance को खो देते हैं and they will be decomposed. Their appearance in environment is measured in nanograms. अगर आप इसकी appearance देखना चाहेंगे तो ये nanograms में देखने को मिलती है. In a nanosecond they it will be decomposed. और few second के अंदर ही क्या होते हैं, 3 to 4 minutes के अंदर या उससे भी कम समय में decompose हो जाते हैं. So that's why that is a very complexity to study about the actinoid. इसीलिए actinoid की study करने में बहुत complexities generate होती हैं. But these compounds are very useful compound. The thing in actinoids the 14 members is there, but only one member is human synthesized. Which one? Uranium. Uranium is only the synthetic element is here. Okay. So today we are only working on its electronic configuration. So see guys, after the introductions of actinoids, we are going to study about its electronic configuration. In case we are talking about the electronic configuration of actinoids, हम actinoids का electronic configurations की study कर रहे हैं. So here we are writing the whole numbers of actinoids. So these are the first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 members. The first is the actinium, the next one is the thorium, the next is the practinium, the another one is the uranium, and the next one is the neptunium, and the next one is the plutonium. The next one is the americium. The next one is the curiums. The next one is berkelium. After that one is the next one is cephalium. The next one is einsteinium. Is based on the scientist name. Okay. And it's a fermium. Fermium means pseudo-like, and that one is a mendelium. It's based on the scientist name. And the next one is nobelium. It is a Nobel-based nobelium, and that one is a lawrencium. So that is a component. Its atomic number is starting from 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97. 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103. Okay, this is 100. See its electronic configuration. 6d1, 7s2, 6d2, 7s2. The next one is, in that case, 5f2, 6d1, 4s, 7s2. The next one is also 5f3, 6d1, 7s2. And after that 5f4, 6d1, 7s2. The next one is 5f6, 6d0, 7s2. इससे जो पहले का कॉन्फ़िगरेशन होगा वो रेडॉन में चला जाएगा. रेडॉन के बाद ये शो करते हैं. एंड अमेरिकम इज शोइंग यू 5f7, 6d0, 7s2. एंड सम क्यूरियम्स ये आपको शो करेगा 5f7, 6d1, 7s2. and then one berkelium is showing you 5f8, 6d0, 7s2. and californium is showing you 5d10, 6d1, 7s2. and after this 5d11, 6d0, 7s2. and the fermium is showing you 5d12, 6d0, 7s2. then 5d13, 6d0, 7s2. and nobelium आपको noble gas configuration दिखाता है. sorry, it is not it is F. okay, it is F. That is also F. That is also F. and 5f14, 6d0, 7s2. and the next one is 5f14, 6d1, 7s2. So see, here the number of electrons are increasing their f orbitals. So here the number of electrons are increasing their f orbitals from here. 2 electron, 3 electron, 4, 6, 7, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 14. But which one is a more stable? Which one is behaving like a good reducing? See here. They're all compounds having a +3 oxidation state. सबकी common oxidation state कितनी होगी? +3. So all are showing +3. But see here. Neptunium and plutonium. These two elements showing you a more oxidation state. क्यों? क्योंकि ना इनका s ऑर्बिटल के अलावा d फुलफिल है नहीं, f फुलफिल है नहीं, तो ये इजीली सारे इलेक्ट्रॉन डोनेट कर देंगे. तो देखिए 4 5 6 7, तो ये +1 भी दिखाएगा, +2 +3 +4 +5 +6 +7. प्लूटोनियम इज आल्सो 6 फुलफिल है नहीं, यहाँ पे आपका 7 भी नहीं है, तो ये भी आपको क्या दिखाएगा, +1 +2 +3 +4 +5 +6 +7. तो देखिए कितना ऑक्सीडेशन हुआ मैक्सिमम, +7. हियर इज आल्सो यूरेनियम इज आल्सो सी फुलफिल है नहीं, ये भी फुलफिल नहीं है, तो 3 4 5 6, तो यूरेनियम का मैक्सिमम ऑक्सीडेशन स्टेट +6 और मिनिमम कितना होगा, +3. एंड हियर इज आल्सो, बट अमेरिकन में देख लीजिए, अमेरिकन में ये 2 इलेक्ट्रॉन दे देगा और इसका f ऑर्बिटल क्या हो जाएगा, हाफ फिल्ड, क्योंकि f में कितने सब्सटेंस आती हैं, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, और इसके f में 7 इलेक्ट्रॉन है. तो f में हाफ फिल्ड इलेक्ट्रॉनिक कॉन्फ़िगरेशन गेन करेगा कब, व्हेन दे आर डोनेटिंग 2 इलेक्ट्रॉन. सो आफ्टर डोनेटिंग 2 इलेक्ट्रॉन इट्स मैक्सिमम ऑक्सीडेशन स्टेट इज +3 और +2. क्यूरियम भी आल्सो शोइंग यू हाफ फिल्ड. तो ये दोनों कैसे एलिमेंट हैं, दे बोथ आर शोइंग यू हाफ फिल्ड configuration, stable configuration. So it means they are donating their 2 electron more easily, so they behaving like a good reducing agent, क्योंकि अपना हाफ फील्ड पूरा करने के लिए अपने 2 इलेक्ट्रॉनों को इजीली डोनेट कर रहे हैं. अब यहाँ देख लीजिए, they also similarly +3, इसका भी +3. बट नोबेलियम का देखिए, in case of the nobelium 5f14, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, तो एक में कितने इलेक्ट्रॉन आएंगे, 2, तो 7 में कितने आएंगे, 14. सो हियर द फुलफिल इलेक्ट्रॉनिक कॉन्फ़िगरेशन इज हियर, मगर उससे पहले इनको क्या डोनेट करना पड़ेगा, 2 इलेक्ट्रॉन. सो दे बोथ आर आल्सो डोनेटिंग देयर 2 इलेक्ट्रॉन मोर इजीली फॉर कंप्लीटिंग देयर फुलफिल इलेक्ट्रॉनिक कॉन्फ़िगरेशन. सो दे बोथ आर आल्सो बिहेविंग लाइक अ गुड रिड्यूसिंग एजेंट. तो अमेरिका एंड क्यूरियम्स और आपका नोबेलियम एंड लॉरेंशियम, ये 4 एलिमेंट ऐसे हैं जो अपने आउटरमोस्ट इलेक्ट्रॉनों को इजीली डोनेट कर अपना हाफ और फुलफिल्ड जल्दी एक्वायर करते हैं. सो दे इजीली डोनेटिंग इट्स इलेक्ट्रॉन एंड दे बिहेविंग लाइक अ गुड रिड्यूसिंग एजेंट. बट यहां देखिए मैक्सिमम ऑक्सीडेशन स्टेट कितनी है, 7. सो ये इलेक्ट्रॉन डोनेट नहीं, इलेक्ट्रॉन लेंगे. सो दे बिहेविंग लाइक अ गुड ऑक्सीडाइजिंग एजेंट. एंड इन होल फैमिली ओनली यूरेनियम इज हियर इज ह्यूमन सिंथेटिक मेटल. यहाँ पे केवल यूरेनियम ही एक ऐसा मेटल्स है जो ह्यूमन बीइंग सिंथेसाइज करते हैं और साइंटिस्ट सिंथेसाइज करते हैं. बाकी के सारे क्या हैं, नेचुरल अकरिंग है, बट दे ऑल आर रेडियो एक्टिव इन नेचर. सो द मैक्सिमम एंड कॉमन ऑक्सीडेशन स्टेट ऑफ actinoid is +3, but maximum oxidation is +7 and +6. Here americium and curiums as well as nobelium and lawrencium is behaving like a good reducing agents, and neptunium and plutonium is behaving like a good oxidizing agent. So that's all for the day. Today we have studied about its electronic configurations. I hope you are understand. The next time we are also completing in oxidation and some other properties also, and we are completing our D block also. So please read out all these things and identify their oxidation state. Thank you.